The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 321 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Orbit Women Edition. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. These are still fully sealed in that cellophane, so we're going to have to crack that pull tab, or grab the pull tab and crack them open. Now that I have that off, as we can see, it's in a matte finish tuck box. It's mostly a pink tuck box here. You got that little whiteboard going around. You got the picture of the women there in that kind of comic book style there. With the kind of dotted line kind of style there. It says Orbit, distributed by Orbit World, Fremont, in the USA, little cycling logo. On the side it says, it says, don't mess with women. I know it says something different, but I'm just going to say mess. And on the other side, the exact same thing, don't mess with women. On the bottom, you've got the classic Orbit logo there with the circle and the little rocket ship. And then on the back, you've got that classic kind of sneak peek of the back design there. And then on the top, it just says 23 there in the black and white font. On the top flap, it says all profits of this deck will be donated to women's causes. 50% will go to Malafund, malafund.org. The other 50 will go to Global Fund for Women. So this is kind of more of a charity deck. And then on the inner tuck flaps, it's just that kind of matte pink finish. If we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box is just plain white. Nothing too fancy or crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first, we'll start with that back design. So we have a mirrored back design. And there's no standard white border. There's still a slight white border, but the deck has an edge break, so where the image bleeds all the way to the edge of the deck. There. And with like when the image goes to the edge of the deck, like the edge could peel a little bit, like start chipping a little bit, where it's like fully inked on the corners there. Not all decks do that, but some do, like the darker colors especially. But for the back design here, we have that classic orbit circle there, and then you got the pink background, and it says "Don't mess with women" there on the side, and then you got the picture of the women there on either side, in that kind of comic book dotted style there. And you got part of the white standard border going around, a part of that. And there's a mirrored background, so if you flip it over, same design in both directions. So it's a pink, blue, and white colorway there, contrast. And for the cards you get with the deck, here we start with, I'm guessing this is a gap card, which is just a oversized 8 of spades. And would be right, because if you put them together, you just get one jumbo ace of spades here in that orbit font, which is kind of interesting. I never seen that before. And on the back, it's just that back design. So you get a jumbo version of the back design. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's cool, see. And then for that custom ace of spades, you kind of got that. You got the big spade there, stuff like the pink background, and you got the woman there. It says "Don't mess with women. We are Orbit," and then it has the two fundraising websites that the money goes to. There. And then the rest of the spades are just that classic Orbit font. And then the Jack, Queen, and King of spades. As we all know, the core cards for the Orbit playing cards have like actual faces of the people on them, but I don't know who the people actually are. And then it's in a black and white and pink colorway there. And then the diamonds are also in that classic Orbit font and in that kind of lighter kind of pink colorway. And the core cards are once again, some of them have this custom faces and some of them don't. There. And then it's in that pink, white, and black colorway. And then you got the core cards for the clubs, Jack, Queen, and King of clubs once again. Some custom faces going on in that pink, black, and white colorway. And the rest of the clubs are just that classic Orbit font. And lastly, the hearts, once again. There's custom faces for the court cards. Pretty standard court cards. And you just got the pink, white, and red, pink, white, and black colorway. And the rest of the hearts are in that Orbit font and that pink, the light pink colorway. And the last two cards in the deck are two little ad cards for the two little fundraising websites, the Global Fund for Women and the Malala Fund. Okay, so if you can read those if you want, but I'll try to put the links down in the description so you can also visit the websites. And on the back is the back design there. But now that we took a look at the cards and the test, the handling. And these are made in the USA, so made by the United States Plate Company. So they should have an air cushion finish to them. So first we'll start with the springs. And I gotta say, fantastic springs so far. Nice and smooth and super easy to spring straight out of the box, which is pretty nice. There's a little bit of stiffness, but not like too bad at all. They they kind of like smooth out like almost instantly. You do like two or three like springs, and then they like kind of almost break in and feel nice and smooth, and they have a nice flex to it. So overall, fantastic springs. No issues there, nice and smooth. Now time for the fans. And since they have that edge break, you got a little kind of border, like design pattern for the back design there, or for the fans, which look pretty nice. And since the pattern's only in one corner, so if you were to fan it the other way, you get another kind of pattern, just like the standard kind of pattern with the white border. You can kind of do two style fans. Well, as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's no real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Overall, pretty smooth. And now time for that Pharaoh. And as you can see, they interlock and wave pretty flawlessly there. No issues there. Nice and well, pretty smooth. I did have to slightly slide them together. They did kind of catch, but not too bad. Now for a giant fan of the back design. Now time for that reverse Pharaoh. And then super smooth reverse Pharaoh. The reverse Pharaoh is definitely a little bit more smoother. And they interlocked wave flawlessly once again. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. You're definitely gonna have to break the riffle shuffles in a little bit. Like you're gonna have to riffle them a few times for them to get smooth. Because the first couple feel like they still work pretty good, but they feel a little bit clumpy. Just because they're still a little bit stiff. They still have a little bit of stiffness to them. Well, like that one felt just fantastic there. So you just gotta do like 5 or 6 riffles for them to start feeling fresh and broken in. But they're getting smoother over time, which is nice. And now time for a few packet cuts. Now time for that one-handed cut or Charlotte cut. No, wait. I messed that up. First we'll do the worm first to continue with the packet cuts. I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, the pack cuts felt pretty nice there. Nothing too crazy going on, but they weren't overly slippery. They pack it pretty nice there. They got a nice packability to them. You can definitely tell they want to like slightly slide out, but not too bad. Now time for that one-handed cut or chalet cut. Now time for the dribble. Well, the dribbles are nice and smooth either direction, whether they're face up or face down. Well, I think they have a little bit more grip when they're face up. But now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I'm going to say another fantastic deck of cards from Orbit. Once again, they always make fantastic decks. And this is definitely one of the more different style decks. They kind of stepped away from that kind of space theme here, and they made another charity deck here. They made a charity deck here, supporting women. This is the women deck here. It has a nice kind of back design there, kind of like the colors. It's like that kind of lighter kind of pink and the light blue with the contrast of the white there. Looks pretty nice there. Nice classic kind of back design there. And then for the faces, it's all the fully standard like Orbit kind of like font and like style to the card, like just the diamonds and the hearts are in that kind of lighter pink kind of colorway. There, and the core cards are also in that pink kind of colorway too. And then the rest of the cards are pretty standard. And then one thing that's kind of cool, which we took a look at like at the beginning, if I can find the other half, but you got the gaff card here, which is an oversized 8 of spades. There, yeah. So that's kind of cool. I never really seen that like in a deck too much. I might have seen it. That's kind of cool. And I especially like the little giant back design on the back, which is kind of cool. So you get extra bonus points for having a cool gaff kind of card there, which is nice. Overall, fantastic design once again from Orbit. And for that handling, these handle fantastic. Definitely no issues at all. Nice and smooth. They spread fantastic. No stickiness to them. So overall, fantastic handling. You got that fantastic handling and that fantastic design there. And it's a charity deck. So it's always nice to support local or support charities out there. So with that being said, this has been day 321 of your daily deck review. This has been the Orbit Don't Mess with Women deck. So the Orbit, like the Women Edition. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.